Pound it, Gary.
No, did your parole officer say it was okay to be on tonight?
Yeah. He said as long as it's being recorded, everything's okay because he wants a copy of it when we're done.
Yeah.
Are you gonna miss bingo?
Up there, we'll be able to hear him. Yeah.
Diorama above his head.
You gonna let Richie Rich in?
Is Richie Rich coming in? No kidding.
He's plugged into the back TV. Show you around here.
Oh, hey. Look at that.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Woo, woo, woo.
So what's the wager between you two guys tonight? And then what's the consequence if one of you guys don't win? That's what I needs to know.
Is that Mark and Gary?
Yeah, between Mark and Gary. Yeah.
No, between
I
you
can't
two.
hear the answer.
What are we
see me?
looking at? Oh, yeah. That's what. So
That looks like
Rob,
a book bank.
won your Moby Dick special edition miniature, Gary, and he's showing it to everybody there.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Miniature.
Yeah, that's what he's showing everybody.
I missed that.
He
was
just
too
held
busy.
it up.
I was too busy working on my camera.
Stop working on your camera.
Oh, shut up. You shut up.
Let me
Hey,
search.
if anything's broken, it's KG that did it.
Yeah. He always messes stuff up. Cage, you look really good. You got no delays or anything. We should
I
start
know.
using this from now on.
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah, this is high quality stuff here. They
Yeah, you need to use
move around.
Microsoft Teams.
Yeah,
Tim's looks like he has a flux capacitor behind him.
I do. Here in the studio. So I have
watching the
come-
football game. Turn the team
I
off.
know I do have the game on one of the TVs, one of the screens. Can you see it?
Man.
What is it? The Titans and the who's playing tonight? Packers.
Packers.
Hey, I see people.
Yeah, I see people out there.
I see dead
Where?
people.
I don't see nobody.
Hey, look at those beautiful faces.
Hey, everybody.
Can they hear us?
Can y'all hear us? Wave if you can hear us.
Hey,
They
what do you guys?
can hear, yes.
What do you guys
All
eat?
right.
What a good looking
Everybody
group. Look at that. Holy
Free
moly.
pizza.
Mark, can you hear us?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, so I'm going to turn the time. Let me introduce you. The guy to the bottom right is the birthday boy, Marc Hoover. So let's all wish him happy birthday.
I want cake.
You have to say to him, ready? Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday,
La, 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 la.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Birthday boy to introduce the crew, and then that's it. Mark, it's all you, buddy.
Hey, can everybody hear us now? Can y'all see us and hear us? Wave if you can hear us. All right, they can see us. All right, so
Okay. Perfect.
we have KG, wave KG, Ringy, the Ringmaster, KG and Ringy from Anaconda Treasure Company, the diggers on National Geographic. And we also have Gary Penta. Wave, Gary.
Hello.
Gary has an amazing site. I'm going to put it up on the screen here. It's called mydetecting.com, and he does a lot of miniatures. And we're actually going to give away one of Gary's special miniatures tonight. I think everybody has a number, right?
Yes.
Everybody got a number? All right, we're going to do that later on, but
I don't.
you don't got a
I don't.
number?
I don't have a number.
You don't get a number.
Dang it.
No more freebies.
And one of the things that we've done is Gary is going to make available exclusively to the Treasure Valley Metal Detecting Club tonight. If anybody wants to buy one of the Huntmaster Pro minis, this will have all of our pictures. This will be exclusively for your club. There'll only be a limited number of those available. You can go on the website after the meeting tonight, take a look at it. Anybody wants to buy one. I know this is a new club. Welcome to Metal Detecting. We're here in Orlando, and Gary and I are from Orlando, and our club just celebrated our 50th anniversary. We have about 300 members here, the Central Florida Metal Detecting Club. And KG and Ringy came down and celebrated with us a few months ago. And so we had a great time. We gave away a lot of stuff. We raised money for charity. But we know you guys have a new club, so we want to thank you for getting that started and welcome. So we're glad to be here tonight. Thanks for having us on here. So we got a few things we can talk about. I don't know if there's anything in particular that Richie, is there anything they want to know about? Any questions or anything?
Not yet. Tell us your story, and then we'll ask questions after that.
So KG and Ring, you guys want to talk a little bit about Garrett and the new Axiom?
You want to take that, Cage?
Yeah, I got this. Yeah.
Nice, Tim.
Throw me under the bus. All right. It'll come back around. All right. Anyway, Gary, Mark, the Ringmaster, myself, we took the brand new Garrett Axiom metal detector up to Alaska and hunted for gold. We were up there for, I believe, 2 weeks or close to 2 weeks?
10
But
days, something like that.
Yeah, it's a pulse induction machine. It's basically built to go deep, and it's pretty much built just to, not just to find gold, but that's its main function, is to go after gold, hard to find gold, little itty bitty specks of gold. So we took the Axiom up there, and we all ended up finding gold. I ended up with 3 pretty decent nuggets, a couple of little tiny nuggets. The Ringmaster, he found a few. I think Gary and Mark, they actually found a few too. But yeah, that's a brand new machine. I don't even think it's out for sale yet, but it will be soon, right?
Right.
Anything else you want to add to that?
Me?
What was the best part of going up to Alaska, KG?
The best part was all of us caught COVID. It was awesome.
What setting on the metal detector did you use for that?
What?
What setting on the metal detector did you use to find COVID?
That was
We
the
think that Ringy brought it in with him. He denied it, but he brought it.
Yeah, everybody blamed me for the whole thing, but the entire place was infested with it before we even got there. So I guarantee it wasn't my fault.
You know, this is kind of sounds cliche, but the best part of going to Alaska was we got to hang out with our good buddies. We all found some pretty cool stuff. It was some tough hunting, but the real treasures are your pals.
Right on. Exactly. I mean, you think about it, KG, how long have we been doing this? Like 15, 20 years? Who knows? I know that in case anybody out there doesn't know who we are, we were the Diggers on National Geographic, and we've been basically touring the world for the last 12 or 13 years, I think. It started in 2011 or whatever. And we've done shows in Russia, England, Netherlands, France, Germany, the Virgin Islands, all over in the United States. And if you are interested in seeing any of the shows, they still have the reruns on National Geographic that you can go through Amazon Prime and watch those. Or if you want to see all the ones that were filmed worldwide, you can just go see those for free at DIGGINTV.com anytime you want. And in addition to the TV shows out there at DIGGINTV.com, you can also find all of our other videos, like our YouTube videos and stuff like that, in case you want to know how to use a certain detector. Like, for example, we have our setup tips for the AT Max and for the Apex and all the different detectors we use. So, and then that being said, if you have any specific questions for us, I mean, just fire away. We can, we could talk all day about crazy stories and cameramen falling in the water and, crazy stuff we've done for the past 12 years on the road. But we like to let people ask us what they're most interested in hearing. So, ask George anything you want.
Yeah, he's a smart one.
How did you get the name Anaconda Treasure? Where did that come from?
Anaconda Treasure is a little tiny town in Montana. Actually, the town is called Anaconda because it was a smelter community. They used to smelt copper from all the copper mines around. Well, the Anaconda Company is what founded the town in the late 1800s. So it wasn't because there was a giant anaconda snake crawling around on the mountainsides of Montana. It was an actual company that founded the town in the copper smelters. So I'm from Anaconda, Montana. Tim moved to Anaconda, Montana. That's where we met. And then we just formed Anaconda Treasure. And that it all spiraled out from there to National Geographic and Pursuit Channel and Diggin' TV and all that. We're working on some other stuff right now. We can't say too much about that, but, we're like a bad rash. We never go away.
Nice.
I think it was a big snake.
Yeah. Hey,
No snake.
KG, did you know this about our little town of Anaconda? There was back when they were trying to name the town, it was almost named Copperopolis, but the postmaster back in the 1800s chose Anaconda because it started with A and it was higher in the alphabet, and he thought that was some advantage or something. So
It wasn't.
It wasn't at
I'm
all.
kind of like Copperopolis. That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Hey, so what was your guys's, what
Wait,
got you
Rick.
guys, hey buddy, what got you guys hooked into metal detecting?
Cage, is this mine or yours?
Yeah, this is yours.
Okay, this one's mine. All right. Well, when I was a kid, I was a coin nerd, and I always took my wheat pennies and stuff and put them in the little blue books. You know how you press them into the holes in there, and so I always loved that. And then one day, I saw this guy with a metal detectors. I think it was an old White's detector. And he was doing this yard, and I couldn't stand it. I had to stop and ask him. I go, "Can you really find something with that?" And he was really good at it, and he knew his machine, and he just said, "Oh, this is a silver quarter in this yard he was doing." He goes, "Go ahead and dig it up for me." And I dug it up, and sure enough, it was a silver quarter. And from that moment, I was hooked. I had to save up my money and buy my first detector. And then, of course, I got busy doing other stuff. I started playing in a rock band, and then all of a sudden girls became interesting, and I forgot all about metal detecting for years until yeah. And then I met KG when I moved to Montana, and I found this old metal detector under my bed, and I pulled it out, and I went out in the yard and found like 2 or 3 silver dimes, and I was kind of like, hey, I should start doing this again, and KG found out about it, and then we both started talking, and then we decided to buy these Garrett GTI 2500s, and it just snowballed from there. This is back in the day before everybody and their dog had a YouTube channel, and we just started making these videos and putting them on YouTube and making these DVDs, and we'd sell them online on eBay and just try to get enough money together to go on a trip to the East Coast to metal detect. And then one day somebody called me when I was at work, and I thought it was KG setting me up. But this poor woman called me and said, "Hey, we want to make a TV show out of your guys' stuff." And I didn't believe her. So it took her 5 minutes, it took 5 minutes to convince me that it was a real thing. And then it snowballed from there. And next thing you know, we've got a hit show for 4 years, and we're still touring the world. It's just unbelievable.
So what's your connection with Garrett metal detectors? Why are you guys hooked up with them?
Well, this is the funny part about our relationship with Garrett. It was way back before TV even. We used Garrett metal detectors. It's just what we liked, and so we used them. And when we made our very first DVD, KG and I in case you don't know us, we're not exactly the most mainstream, normal human beings on the planet. And when we made that first DVD, we were still young enough where we didn't think we could get hurt, and we were jumping motorcycles off of things and, jumping off of cliffs and whatever. And that was all part of our videos. And when we made it, we were about to publish that very first one, and we thought, we're probably going to get sued by Garrett because this is so ridiculous, And so we called and contacted Garrett and said, "Hey, do you care if we use your machines, because we're going to make this weird video?" And they said, and then one day I got a call from Vaughn Garrett himself, and he says, "Not only do we not care if you use our machines, we're going to send you some more stuff." And we got a box of T-shirts and stuff, and we thought we were the greatest guys on the planet because we had some new Garrett T-shirts and hats and stuff. And so it kind of, our stuff developed through that initial contact. And then once the show hit, it was over. I mean, now we tour the entire planet doing stuff for Garrett. We're always in England in the fall, Italy in the spring, and then, Netherlands here and there gets sprinkled in. And so we do a lot of hunting over there and testing and new machines and stuff. And all part of that is what KG was just saying. We tested that new Axiom machine that's just coming out on the market, and it's a big. It was designed for gold, and that was one of the things we did. We weren't really filming a show or anything. We just went up there to test the prototypes and see how they worked, without help from the factory. They just wanted to see if we could take it, open it, put it together, and actually use it to do what it was designed to do. And we found 3 gold nuggets each, KG, right? In the first 2 days we were there. Yeah.
Yeah. Mine was way bigger than yours.
Yeah. That's the way it always is. I don't know. I always get the short end of the stick.
Yeah, everybody wants to know what else you found under your bed when you pulled that metal detector out.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Well, no, I did. I had that thing stored, and that I pulled that out. I think I found some old bottles and beer cans. My beer can collection was under there too. I collected everything.
Just relax. I just want to take your picture.
So Gary, how did you get hooked into metal detecting? Because somehow you saw these guys on TV. How did you get connected?
I did. It's just a strange story, and I know these guys have heard it many times. I was in the military. My wife and I were both in the Air Force, and retired after 23 years, and just needed a hobby. I was living in Texas at the time, and one day I was watching TV, and I saw these guys, and I remember KG climbing a tree. That's the only thing I can recall. KG was climbing a tree, and I was like, "Oh, this is pretty cool." So I went and bought a detector, and had it for not long, and then I upgraded to the AT Pro. And it's just one of those weird things is that, you see these guys on TV, you follow them for, several years, and in the blink of an eye, we're traveling across country, we're doing all kinds of stuff. And one of my favorite things about these guys is every time I go somewhere, I feel like I'm back in, in summer camp.
School?
Summer camp. It's like being in summer camp because you never know what's going to happen. You could be in a hotel room and you hear your door handle moving, and you just you brace for whatever's coming, whether it's going to be a tortilla shell on a doorknob, or we do a lot of practical jokes, like with KG with that cat meowing every 3 minutes.
Yeah.
KG traveled all the way from Kansas to Florida. And I took this device, real small device on a battery that meowed about every 3 minutes, and I hid it in his room. And he traveled like 8 or 9 hours, and he was exhausted.
Yeah, that's when I was in that winter storm, remember? And
That's right.
Got like 1 hour of sleep, and then every 3 minutes I had a cat meowing, and I could not find it.
Yeah.
So it was horrible.
Yeah, we do stuff like that, and it's kind of been a weird journey to where we're at, but I love these guys. We have such a good time when we go places. We're all on the same wavelength. We're, like I said, we're in summer camp like a bunch of kids, and I love creating miniatures and I love creating dioramas. And naturally, with these guys, a couple of years ago, I started making little dioramas. Matter of fact, I think there's one over your head, isn't it, KG?
Yep, I'm right there.
Yeah. So I make these dioramas and little miniature metal detectors like you could see up there. I pretty much, if I can build a metal detector, that's about 6 inches, 7 inches long, fully detailed, even without never having seen it, just by pictures on the internet. I pretty much have built every metal detector out there. And, it's kind of like a legacy that I created, is that I just wanted to share this gift with a lot of people. As a matter of fact, I think someone earlier was holding up, I missed it when it came on the screen, but somebody was holding up something I made. And I got people.
Rob Johnson was holding up the book that you had made as a miniature.
That's right. And I've given away hundreds of these things, and unfortunately I didn't keep a log of who I gave them to. So, but it's nice because every once in a while I'll see somebody and they'll come up and say hi, and they will say, you know, do you remember sending me this miniature metal detector? And of course I don't, but I say I did. And it's just it's good. It's a good thing to do, and it's a good hobby, and I really enjoy doing it. And I'm hoping that somebody out there tonight, well, we know somebody out tonight is going to win a real nice miniature HP mini display that there it is up on the screen there. You can see it, and that's actually
each one of these is literally handmade, hours and hours and hours put into these things. Gary don't give himself enough credit, but he is an absolute artist.
That's actually a picture of the Idaho River. So I don't know if any of you guys have ever detected out there, but that's what it is.
So yeah, so we'll get more into this later, but you're going to make these are specially handmade pieces of work art. It'll have an Anaconda, one of the token coins in it, with the Huntmaster Pro Mini. And the Huntmaster Pro Mini metal detector is a creation that Gary and I made together and collaborated with KG RINGY on. And we own it. It's not any other metal detector. It's not Minelab. It's not Garrett. It's not anybody else. So we can pretty much do whatever we want with it. And the one that he made, that he's made for this tonight, actually says Treasure Valley Metal Detecting Club on it. So it's exclusive to your club. A handful of them will be made. They'll be actually put up on the website tonight. We gave Rob the link. I'll put it on your website later after we're done, so that anybody that would like to have one and order one can order it for Christmas, for a present, whatever you want to do. All you got to do is go on there, click on there, and order it with a credit card, and then Gary's going to make them and ship them out in what, 2 weeks, Gary? 2 or 3 weeks?
Probably a lot less than that, but depending on how many are purchased. But yeah, I usually can make 5 or 6 in one afternoon, so it shouldn't take too long.
Just so everybody's understands what a Huntmaster Pro detector is, it's a fantasy detector. It doesn't really exist. It's just it's a
What do you mean? It's real.
Well, I guess
saw a picture of it.
Yeah. All right. Well,
anything else you want to add?
No, there's nothing I want to add, because obviously every time I talk, I'm just shut down by everyone.
Yeah. So.
But I do want to say something. Going back to Alaska, which was an amazing experience, and being up there for 10 days. And, we were up there, it was like light 23 hours a day, but we had an opportunity to go to the Pomranky mining operation. And when we talked about the favorite part, that was my favorite part. It was a mind-boggling what we saw up there with, how much gold they pulled out of that area. I mean, it was like a carpet of gold.
Yeah, didn't he ran for like 4 or 5 days, and he figured probably $450,000 worth of gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it was funny watching him clean it out, because it's basically a high banker, if everybody knows what a high banker is, except on steroids, just enormous. And they're walking around inside on the carpet, and there's like a piece of gold the size of a $50, a big chunky piece of gold just laying there, and they're just stepping on it, kicking it out of the way. It's like, any one of us it'd be a lifetime find if we would go out and find that. And it was just amazing to see it.
Very cool.
Hey,
Right,
yeah, thanks, Tim. I just want to give a shout out to Rob Johnson. I met Rob about 5 years ago, actually online, and he had a contest where certain people could get in this contest, and if you got picked, you could come out to Idaho and metal detect this old gold mining ghost town. So that was my first time to go out west, and I connected with Rob, and then we had such a great time out there that I ended up coming back again and doing it one more time. And I know that he had done that 2 or 3 times, and Rob and I have become friends. Just one of the finest gentlemen I know. And so, Rob, I appreciate you inviting us on here tonight. I wouldn't do it for anybody else but you. See, everybody claps when I talk.
I know. Nobody cares about us, right, Gage?
Right.
Well, KG Ringy, Gary, what do you guys got planned next year? What's coming up? Florida hunts. What else going on? England?
The big Garrett hunt is coming right up. That's going to be in mid-April, and
Yep.
that's in Canton, Texas, and they only do that one every other year. And if you sign up for that, it's one of the biggest ones. It used to be the biggest prize-wise. I think it might still be, but there's a couple that are competing with it now. But this one is so big, you're basically guaranteed to go home with something. There's some fantastic prizes. We're talking about Civil War belt buckles and what else, Cage? Just tons of stuff.
Oh, there's shipwreck coins, there's swords, there's guns, there's all kinds. Civil War stuff. They have a relic hunt where they put thousands of Civil War, genuine, real Civil War bullets and buttons, and they'll even put Civil War cannonballs out, where people can find them. And mixed with all that stuff, they put these tokens in. So if you find a token with a number on it, you can go exchange it for probably one of the gifts on the table. So
A metal
it's
detector,
an amazing hunt. And a lot of people, like a lot of these guys here, they're probably not, maybe they're just starting out, and these clubs like this is a good way to get with people so you can get permissions and you guys could do organized hunts. But sometimes going to like a seated hunt and stuff like that, it's good camaraderie. You meet a lot of people, and a lot of times that turns in to spots where you can go metal detect too. So these clubs are a good thing.
Yeah, good point, Cage.
Just to comment on that. So I've gone to 3 of the Garrett hunts. And I'm going to tell everybody here, it is the best event I've ever been to. Garrett does an incredible job of putting this on. They actually give away 1 detector for every year they've been in business. So last year, I think it was like 56 detectors. People were just walking away with piles of prizes that they were winning. And the other thing that they do, which is really cool, in Canton, they combine it with the Texas Treasure Association, and they invite all the clubs from Texas to come in and participate. And so they all set up booths all around the building. And so you can enter raffles for every one of the clubs. And they're going to put on their own silver hunt this year, the treasure. So it's Garrett, the Texas Treasure Association, all the Texas clubs all come together, and it's one massive event, and people just have an unbelievable time. So it's definitely worth going. Well, what else you got planned for next year?
I don't know.
Florida Hunt 9?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when is that?
I could tell he was trying to get at something. It's like I don't even know the dates for most of our stuff yet. So
Gary, you want to talk about the Florida hunts?
The Florida hunts it's a blast. They're run, set up by a bunch of guys, but one of the main guys, Greg Papalo, and Greg does an amazing bang-up job. He does these hunts that are designed to help fund disabled and covering vets. It's called Freedom
Camp Freedom.
Yeah,
Camp
Freedom. Right. And so it's a fantastic organization. They work with vets who've come back from forward operating locations, and some have PTSD, some have brain injuries, and it's basically a big retreat where everything from horses to lakes to canoeing to hunting, and so the vets can recuperate there at no cost with their families. And so this hunt is designed to fund that, and it's always fantastic. It's probably one of the most down to earth hunts that I ever go to. It feels like you're just almost like in Woodstock. It's like there's people walking around. People are in such good spirit, and people are friendly, and the food is good, and they have music, and it's just, if you guys ever get a chance to go to one of the Florida hunts, I highly recommend it.
Yeah, they're coming up on this next year is going to be Florida Hunt 9 in February. Last year, they raised over $30,000 to go to Camp Freedom for all of the veterans to support that. All of the manufacturers, Mine Lab, First Texas, Garrett, Note to Macro, they all got involved. Everybody came out. They had a great time. It doesn't cost very much to participate, but we set up raffles. We donated the money to the camp. So all in all, it was great. And that's one of the things that we're going to participate in again next year. So lots of stuff going on. And, if you guys decide to put on an event out there, if you reach out to Garrett far enough in advance, it's very possible that they would be willing to send KG and Ringy out to your event. And I can guarantee you, if KG and Ringy show up, you'll get a lot of people that you may not even be aware of that'll come to your event just because they're there. And then Gary and I will carry their metal detectors for them, and their shovels and all their other equipment. But yeah, no, it's, if you guys have something, let them know far in advance so that we can get them out there. Any questions from the audience? No?
They're coming with a question. Hang on.
All right.
We don't move as fast as you guys.
All right.
Idaho, we're slow.
You guys have your own Coca-Cola machine. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is awesome.
There you go.
So my question is what has been your favorite find? Not necessarily your most expensive one, but just your favorite find that you found while month ticking.
KG Ringy.
All right, I got this. We found everything from Roman coins to stuff, BC coins, before Christ coins, and all over. But probably one of my ultimate coolest finds was when we were in Idaho filming our TV show Diggers. We went out to this ranch where this big rancher was, and him and his wife, the best man, made them matching wedding rings out of gold. Well, they had lost this wedding ring about 7 years earlier or so. Well, they heard we were filming in the area, so they invited us out to go maybe look for this ring. And we went out there. Supposedly he was throwing hay over the fence for the horses, and he thinks that's where he lost his ring. So we go out there, and we were searching, and we couldn't find it. Pretty soon, Tim goes over to the garden, and he's searching around the garden and stuff like that. Well, I'm over by this fence, and I end up digging down about 4 or 5 inches, and I find this guy's gold ring. And we filmed it all, but the only people that knew I found it was myself and the producer and the camera guy that filmed it. Well, at the end of the show, I don't know if you guys ever seen them, we set everything on a table. Tim had old toy cars and stuff that they had played with when they were kids out in the yard. They've had this farm forever. Well, nobody knew I had this ring. Well, when we were filming the episode, we were giving stuff out that we found, maybe a horseshoe or a bolt or some toys. And at the end, I actually dropped this gold ring in this old farmer's hand. And he was a big, proud cowboy. He was almost embarrassed that we were there at his farm, in fact. But when I dropped his wedding ring in his hand, that big cowboy lost it. His wife was bawling. He had tears rolling down his face. Half the camera guys were crying. I think Tim even had a little tear in his eye.
It was the only time, I think, in the whole series of we filmed over 60 some shows for National Geographic and then another 20 for Pursuit. But it was the only time where I was unaware of what was going to happen during the end of the show, and I didn't realize that KG had found the ring. And even I got choked up, and I literally walked off out of camera view because I thought, I am not going to cry on TV. So I walked off.
Yeah, that's mine. What's yours?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
That is awesome. It's amazing. And like KG said, I think we have 2 or 3 museum pieces in England. A 900 BC Bronze Age axe head. I found a 50 BC gold coin, a Celtic gold coin. We have a bunch of stuff, but if I have to pick just one, I'm going to pick a solid gold mourning ring from 1744 that was, I found it in England, and mourning rings at that time were fairly common. But it turned out that this one actually had the person's name on it, and we traced it to, it was actually for the grandmother of this guy that's in a famous painting fighting Napoleon. So it was really kind of an amazing find. They actually have a museum just for that family, and I'm putting that ring on loan there for a couple of years because they requested that I do so. And so that's really one of my favorite finds because it turned out to be such a cool thing,
Is that why they call you the Ringmaster?
Well,
That's it.
it was, that's not why, but I feel like it was my destiny to find that ring over time after having that nickname for so many years,
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what? The one I thought he was going to pick was, we were filming in Kentucky, and we were at a Civil War hospital. It was a Union hospital during the Civil War. And I had jumped on this guy's big tractor, and I was mowing all the brush down, and Tim was metal detecting and kind of poaching my area where I was, mowing. Well, he gets behind me, and he ends up digging what he thought was a CS belt plate.
A US.
A US belt plate. He thought he had a Union belt plate, and he was cleaning it off, and it was really cool. But what he didn't realize is it was an actual CS belt plate. It was the rare one. It was a Confederate belt buckle. And he lost his mind. He ran around like a little girl at a Justin Bieber concert. He jumped up on top of this tractor, and he jumped off the tractor, and he broke a bone in his foot.
Yeah,
Remember that?
I do. I got done filming. I'm up on top of this tractor, and they finished all the shots, and the camera guys are like, all right, we got enough. This is awesome. That's a wrap. And I jumped off the tractor and broke my foot. It was awesome.
Serves you right for poaching my land.
Right.
So are we getting close to doing the drawing? What do you guys, where are we at on time wise?
I heard let's do the drawing.
You want to do the drawing?
We want to do the drawing. We want to pick a winner.
Sounds good.
All right. And before we do it,
Number?
I'm gonna share again what it is we're giving away.
Wait. Do you want to know my number first?
Yeah.
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 Make sure you don't- All right. So we're gonna give away this.
Mark, click on that. That's actually the wrong picture.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I just realized it.
There, we're giving away that snow globe.
Yeah.
Is that it?
No, I just realized that there's wrong picture. Scroll down. It's actually the one, I don't know why that's, click on the one that's to the left there.
There's 3 to the left.
All right, the one that's above the coin set.
One of the Snake River in Idaho.
Yeah, click on that one.
Okay.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
All right, so that's it right there. It's got all 4 of us. It's got the Idaho, the river. It's got a token, and it's got the HP. So that's what we're going to give away. And
All right, everybody got their numbers out? Go ahead, Jerry.
no, that's it. I don't know if you can see my screen, but I actually have it in my hands. It's 8 by 10, and then as
Hold
soon
it
as
back up, Gary.
Hold it back up, Gary.
it's 8 by 10. There you go.
It's kind of cool because one of the very first shows we ever filmed was at the Snake River in Idaho.
Yep. Evil Knievel.
Yeah,
I think it's kind of cool because
Yeah.
it's got mine and Gary's picture on it.
This is the first one.
Yeah.
It's the first one.
More
It's
now.
yeah, exactly.
It's got Treasure Valley. It's got all 4 of us on there. So,
Center. What's the token in the center?
Oh, we have ever since. Well, I think the first one was 2007, and they've run all the way up. But KG and I have actually had our own money, our own coins, and they just have images of us on them, and they're, we've always thrown them out at places all over the world where we're at, and people have gone back and hunted places we've been, and they find these tokens, and they're like, what are they? But they're just kind of fun tokens, and they're all dated. They all have years on them.
And
and they're all made out of brass so that they never corrode. So
they're nice solid brass tokens. So if you guys in the club there want some, just let me know and I'll send you a little batch so everybody can have a gold coin.
It's representative of the trade tokens, the old trade tokens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We designed them after the old time trade tokens from the 1800s, and so.
And you never want them to stay in your house because they will hide those tokens everywhere in your house, and you'll spend a year trying to find them all.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark.
A piece of toilet paper.
Yeah, go ahead, Rob.
We don't have toilet paper here in Idaho. I did give you number 61, but we had somebody late come in, so there's 62. Okay.
All right.
62.
All right.
62.
Just a second, I'll be right back.
Okay, we just drew the number and it's 11-teen.
Yeah.
So the club would love a bunch of those tokens. Thank you. That would be awesome.
Okay.
So what I think we might do with them, we got to talk to the board, is at our next seeded hunt, we'll put them out in the field and let people find them. How does that work for you?
There you go.
Hey, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey,
All right, now,
just just PM us through diggintv.com. You can find our contact info if you don't already have it. But just send me a note and remind me and say, hey, I need this many tokens, and I'll send them over to you.
And Ringy, were you going to give away something tonight? Because I got 2 numbers picked if you want to give something
Oh,
away.
yeah. We got some Diggin' TV live and raw running and gunning T-shirts here. Do you want to give one of those away?
Yeah, why don't we give that away?
Yeah.
And we'll throw some other stuff in with it too. So we'll give a Diggin' TV prize package away too.
All right. Everybody get their numbers ready. We got the first one. Y'all ready? Raise your hands if you're ready. Y'all ready? Okay, the first winner of the Gary Penta Miniature Art Treasure Valley Metal Detecting Huntmaster Pro Mini. The number is 52. Who's got 52?
52.
All right, you're the winner. We'll get your address and we'll ship it out to you. What's your name?
Can I see who it is? Yeah, see who it is and a name.
He's coming.
Okay, just have them say their name and where they're from. I'll keep a mental note.
Okay.
And we're gonna need an address eventually too.
All right.
Hi, how are you?
All right. Hey, congratulations. Good job. All right, congratulations.
What was it?
Karen?
Terry. Congratulations, Terry.
All right.
Thank you.
And
Well-
Terry, if you ever get a chance to meet KG and Ringy somewhere, they will happily autograph this and personalize it for you.
Thank you.
All right.
Mark, I'm texting that to you right now.
All right, good night. And the second number is, everybody got their numbers ready? The second number is 17.
Oh, 17.
Hey, for this second one, for this prize, make sure we get a T-shirt size too, so we know with the information where to ship it.
It needs to be extra large.
Extra large.
Oh, Val Anderson.
All right, so
Congratulations.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, just
Thanks, guys.
yeah, Rob, if you'll give me all the information, that'd be great.
I had a question for you. How many metal detectors do each one of you own?
Oh boy.
Oh man, I don't know if
probably
I.
15 maybe. 15
Well,
probably
three-
for me.
Three that
Yeah.
my wife knows about.
Yeah.
I have so many, and I probably have the parts in my garage to build about 10 more. So I don't know, maybe 20 or 30.
Oh my gosh. I think I have like 7 or 8.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Well, if you guys will get us the information, we'll get the stuff shipped out to you, and just get us the names, addresses, and we'll take care of everything. And then right after this, I will post a link for where anybody that wants to buy one can buy one, and they can just, go up there and do it. And it's only for your club, so you got a couple of days to go up there and do it. All right.
Thank you.
Guys, want to thank you so much. Thanks again. It's always good seeing you. Have a fantastic Thanksgiving.
You too.
And we love
Thank
you
you.
guys. You're fantastic. So keep representing.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it. Thanks, Richie.
Thanks, Jason.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night, guys.
Bye. Good night.
We wanted to rate you. He's okay.
All
Good night, guys. Thank you.
right, thanks, buddy.
All right.